Let's find out how many of your average club medals does it take to add up to one Olympic medal. You're watching the Jake Kaminski YouTube channel. I'm Jake Kaminski, two-time Olympic silver medalist in the sport of archery, and today we're going to compare how many USA Archery medals or how many World Archery World Championship medals take to add up to one of my Olympic medals. And also, I'm going to show you an in-depth look at my Olympic medals and what makes them so cool. For those of you that are new here, I'm Jake Kaminski, and I've been producing a lot of videos on YouTube lately and will continue to do so in the future. I've been covering a lot of form and tuning topics, which I'll put a link in the description below as well as a card up top. And today we're just going to do things a little differently. Instead of talking about equipment and form, I'm going to show you guys, just for fun, how many club medals, USA Archery medals, or World Championship medals does it take to add up to one of my Olympic silver medals. We're going to use a scale, and then I'm going to show you some really close-up shots of the medal and show you the cases that came with them and some really neat things as well. First, let's take a look at the cases. This is the one that is from London. It's been wrapped in leather, probably a synthetic leather based on it delaminating like it is. You know, it's seen some use over the years, traveling in my backpacks, you know, going along with me to events and things like that. And then this is the one from Rio, and this one's actually made out of Brazilian walnut, if I understand correctly. And this one is really interesting the way it opens. You know, the one from London is just a standard open like a clamshell. And this one I couldn't figure out how to open at first. I kept pulling on it, and then eventually I finally slid it up like this, and it opened. Alright, so this is the London case. It used to have a little silver kind of hot stamped thing on here that had the rings and London 2012 Olympic Games on it. You can still kind of see the ghosting on it a bit, but like I said, as you can see, this leather or pleather, whatever it is just, it's delaminating. It's falling apart, unfortunately. There's nothing too fancy about the outside of it, but once you get into the inside, it's got a nice recess for the metal to sit on perfectly, and then an area for you to tuck your ribbon in the back. But if you lift this up, I wish the little ribbon thing was sticking out. Yeah, if you lift this up, you can see it, you tie down your ribbon, and then there's this little pamphlet that's inserted here that kind of tells you what the actual medal itself is about and what it took to make the medal itself. So it's got some information here. If you want to pause it to read it all, please feel free. But I'll show you the medal along with it because it does kind of show you some stuff or tell you some stuff about the medal and its design. Obviously, the front of every single Olympic medal has to have the Greek goddess Nike, which is the goddess of victory, on the front, in front of the Parthenon, as well as which games it is in the Olympic ring. So every single Olympic medal has to have this design on the front, but then they can change whatever they want to do with the shape, the way it hooks, the ribbon, lots of different things, the size, the weight, things like that. Plus, on this backside, it tells you more about the medal itself, the size of it, where all the medals came from, and how to take care of it. So a lot of medals out there get destroyed and dinged up and stuff. And I'll zoom in closer here in a moment and show you some of the more damage and details of this particular medal itself. And I'll tell you more about what makes up each medal and how they're made and what makes them unique. But it's pretty neat information. So that's the London case. And then the Rio case, like I said, is, I believe, Brazilian walnut. And it opens like this, not like a hinge. There's two magnetic catches there that basically keep it shut for you. But it slides open, and it's got a nice spot again for your medal. And it has some inserts as well. Basically, some congratulations in different languages, as well as in this here. It's probably the same information. Yeah, it tells you essentially how to take care of it, and again, what it means to have the medal and the symbols in the medal itself. And has a certificate of authenticity, which I'll get into here in a little bit to show you what each medal is made of. And again, it tells you how to clean it and how to store it, things like that. But what's unique about this one too, a little different, this one came with the actual lapel pin, unlike the London did. There's an area to store it in the Rio case. I got a lapel pin for the London one, but it came in a different little case, whereas this, it is integrated. So this is designed to go on your lapel, on your suit, and it has the rings, and I'll zoom in here in a little bit to show you more details. but it has the year that you've done it, and then the color itself reflects which medal you've earned as well. All right, so here's my 2 Olympic medals. We got the London on the left and the Rio on the right. I'll show you the London one first, and then we'll look more in depth on the Rio one. But you can see, like I said, this has the Greek goddess Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, in front of the Parthenon, which is the original Olympic stadium, the rings, which games it was as well, and then the ribbon itself. So I can show you the ribbon. You know, it has the London logo on it with the rings as well. Plus, on the back side, it has a lot of detail. It's got the London logo, the rings. This little ribbon in the background is supposed to be the Thames River. And then I believe every one of these lines is supposed to represent every major city all over the world, as if you were to draw them from London, straight line distance around the globe. Another neat thing about both Olympic medals is on the bottom of every Olympic medal, they have, let's see if we can get it to focus, they have which event. So here's on the Rio one, it says Archery men's team. And then on this one, it should say the same thing. Archery men's team competition is what it says there. So both medals weigh basically the same. Both medals are about the same size. The London medal was the biggest medal that had ever been made at the time, and also the heaviest medal by far. Same with the Rio one. So the Rio one, again, has the same design, the Greek goddess of victory Nike in front of the Parthenon, the rings, the games, the event, and then the Rio logo and the rings, and this design back here as well. So the ribbon is extremely similar, just very, a lot more colorful, just like Rio is, extremely colorful, very padded. It's a very nice ribbon. Look at the difference in the detail, especially in the steps. You can see so many more steps down here compared to over here. Just the detail in the goddess herself, very, very different. This medal, I believe, was pressed under 10 tons. I believe it was 10 tons or 100 tons for either 10 or 100 hours. I can't remember which, but they took forever to make these things. They made them all the same, gold, silver, or bronze. There's no difference in how they're made or their size or their weight throughout those different medals. But what's really unfortunate about the Rio one is if you look along these edges here, you can see all that chipping and flaking going on. So these medals are actually plated, and from what I understand, the bronze ones are, the bronze itself is flaking off and it's revealing the pewter underneath. That it's, just, they end up looking not very good. Even the London one, it is silver. I believe it's like 99.5% silver. And you can see these scratches here and there, and it's the dings. There's a few dings throughout the design itself here, and that's actually from people's rings when they coming into contact with this as they pick it up. All right, so I've got your basic postal scale here, and we're gonna weigh the Rio one. The Rio one is this is gonna come out in pounds and ounces, so it's 1 pound, 1.5 ounces, and that's without the ribbon. If you put the ribbon on, it probably adds a little bit there. But so I did conversion. This is about 500 grams. It's supposed to be 925 silver, so it ends up being right around $300 in raw silver value. The London one is actually more pure silver. I don't remember how much. I'd have to look that up, but it's 15.3 ounces, so they're about the same. We'll just say that they're 1 pound a piece on average. If you weigh them both, it's just over 2 pounds. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these other medals that I've got laying around here, some of these USA Archery medals, average club medals, and World Archery World Championship medals, and we're gonna see how much they weigh compared to these. So this isn't something I've done before, so I'm gonna learn just like you are. So these are USA Archery medals from nationals or US events. So we're gonna add them up and see how many it takes. There you go. 5 USA Archery medals make up 1 Olympic medal. So if you've got any USA Archery medals at home, put on 5 of them and realize how much 1 of those medals weigh. But what if you're just a club shooter and don't have any USA Archery medals, and we've got, club medals these are from other earlier USA Archery tournaments. Let's see there, it's teared now. We'll find out how many of these it takes to add up. Here's a World Cup medal, Texas Shootout medal, Florida medal. Let's see what else we got. Another Texas Shootout medal. Another Texas Shootout medal. One from Turkey. So there you go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 club grade medals to make 1 Olympic medal. So again, like I said, if you want to play along at home, pick up 9 of your medals that you've gotten from your club. And then lastly, I've got some USA or World Archery World Championship medals that I got from World Championships. They have each individual place that is on them somewhere. There it is. Where you got them. Some of them say indoor, outdoor, or not. But these ones are definitely a little heavier. So it looks like it's going to be just about 3 of them to weigh up to 1 Olympic medal. Yep, just about 3 weighs the same as 1 Olympic medal. So that was a fun little experiment to try. I'll be doing some different stuff on this channel as well. Not just, form and tuning related wise, but like how to pack your bow case, how to prepare for travel to a tournament. Lots of stuff that people at the club level don't exactly know how to do once they start traveling. So I'm going to try to be a better resource for you guys out there other than just form and tuning stuff. I just wanted to show you guys how much these things do weigh compared to your standard medals, because I had no idea. Not something I was expecting at all. I expected them to be an Olympic medal and, have some weight to them, just like, your standard type of medal. I did not at all expect them to weigh as much as they do. And when they put them around my neck and, they let that medal go and I could feel the full weight of it, it was just, it's quite shocking to notice for sure, and it definitely is a symbol of, how much something like this matters to me and to each individual athlete at the Olympics that earns each individual medal. And, it's definitely a good symbol of the weight of the situation and the weight of the accomplishment. So something really neat. And something I forgot to mention about the Rio medal is for the Paralympic Games. It was the first time that the Paralympic Games put an audible device inside of the actual medal itself. So every Paralympic medal, gold, silver, and bronze, each one had a different tone. Every gold medal sounded the same, every silver medal sounded the same, and every bronze medal sounded the same. So those the visually impaired athletes could shake their medal and know that they had gold, silver, or bronze, and they just weren't being held or handed some random medal. I thought that was really cool. This was just an experiment, kind of a thought-provoking exercise to figure out how much each individual medal weighs. And so if you've got 16 stabilizer ounces at home, that's a pound. And pick it up and give it a feel and imagine that being hung around your neck when you achieve your goal. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. For seminar and book info, head to jkaminski.com or click on the link below. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you would, please share this video. It'd really help get the word back out that I am back out there. Thanks again. Take care.